What's up guys? I'm Dakota Freeman and welcome to my channel. Today I want to teach you how to corner on your dirt bike. This is going to be very important on making you a better rider. So make sure if you have any questions on riding, you drop them in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button and like this video. Let's go. So when you are learning, you're going to want a huge open area that you can take corners very wide and slow. So the first thing that I want to go over when cornering on our dirt bikes is how little we actually turn the handlebars. You're never going to fully turn the handlebar when you're turning on your dirt bike, especially in the beginning. This is because you'll probably lock your wheel up and this is going to cause you to fall over. So when we're turning on our dirt bike, we're only going to turn the handlebars a minimal amount. As we turn the bars, we're actually going to lean the bike into the turn just a slight bit. This little bit of leaning on your dirt bike is really going to drive the dirt bike around the corner. This is really going to make it easier for you when you're cornering, because now you'll be able to take sharper corners and corner that much faster. So even as a beginner, we still want to ride with the proper form. So when we are turning on our dirt bikes, we're going to want to be forward on the bike. You're going to want to sit more towards the gas tank and up on the front of the bike whenever you're coming into these corners. This is actually going to get your weight more on the front wheel, and if you get on the throttle and the back end slides out, you'll actually be able to let the bike slide a little bit by being on the front of the bike and just point the bike where you're going. The back end will come back to you a lot easier if you're on the front of this bike. If you're on the back of the bike and you're coming around a corner and you get on the throttle, your weight pushing that back wheel out is really going to help you slide out and fall right over. So just make sure that when you are turning and learning how to corner, just get your weight more forward on the dirt bike. I don't think you're going to be really accelerating all that hard right now and spinning the back wheel, but this will just make sure that you're a little bit safer when you're out there learning on your dirt bike. Another thing that is really going to make sure that you stay safe when you go dirt biking and learn how to corner is make sure your elbows are going to be up. Keeping your elbows up is really going to give you much more power over the front of this dirt bike and to be able to push that front wheel wherever it needs to be at the right time. But when we're learning how to corner, it's going to be very important to have our elbows up, because sometimes it's going to be very bumpy. The bumps are actually going to jostle you all around, and having your elbows up is just going to secure you on the bike when you're coming into the corner. And now that you're coming into the corner, like I was talking about earlier, you're going to get better and better at leaning the bike into the corner to really help you get a sharper turn out of your dirt bike. A way that you can use your body on the bike to be able to drive that bike to the ground and really be able to get faster and better over time is when you're coming into these corners, you're going to have your elbows up, and as you come into the corner, you're going to lay the bike over. The farther you lay it over, your outside will still stay at a 90-degree angle. The inside arm will actually straighten out as you're leaning that bike into the corner. As you can see, it works both sides. Driving the bike that way, you're going to now have a 90-degree angle on this arm, and this arm will be straight. This is really what you want as you get better and better on your dirt bike. Having this proper form from the very beginning is going to make sure that you can really get better on your dirt bike faster. So when you're learning how to corner on your dirt bike, just practice being able to push the bike down to the inside and lean the bike more and more as you get through these corners. Another way to make sure you're in the right body position when you're learning how to corner on your dirt bike is going to be make sure that your head is over the handlebars. Having your head just centered over the handlebars will naturally pull the rest of your body up to the front of the bike. This is just going to make sure that you stay on the front of your motorcycle whenever you're coming around these corners and really give you the most control and power out of your bike. It's okay if you're on the front of the bike and that back end starts kind of fishtailing around and gets a little squirrely, because as long as you're on the front and you have a little bit of throttle behind you, you'll be able to save this. So being able to keep your head over the handlebars and keep the rest of your body up on the front of the bike is gonna make sure that you have the most power control over the handlebars to keep yourself upright on the bike. So as you slide up on your bike to the front of the gas tank and you're coming into a corner, you're gonna wanna put your inside foot out and away from the motorcycle. The higher and straighter you get your leg up on this gas tank, the lower you can now lean your bike, and this will really make it much faster for you. So now that you're coming into the corner, you should already have your elbows up. You should slide to the front of the gas tank and now put your leg up and be able to lean that bike into the corner. As you put your inside leg up on the gas tank here, this is just gonna give you more weight forward on the bike and also on the side that you're trying to lean the bike to. This will make sure you can get around these corners as fast and smooth as possible. And the more that you get comfortable with leaning your bike over, this will actually make it easier for you to make faster and sharper corners. Not learning bad habits is really gonna help you so you don't have to go through the process of unlearning what you've already been through. Practicing with different terrains will make you much better at cornering as well. There's gonna be so many different types of corners, from off-camber corners that are gonna be off-sloped and really hard to get around because it wants to push you to the outside of your motorcycle. There's gonna be really rutted corners that are gonna have deep ruts that you're gonna have to choose your line and pick carefully. You're also gonna see big banked corners. These big banked corners are really gonna help you drive your motorcycle around them and really be able to go fast when you're going around a corner. So going through all these different things and riding on all this different terrain, once you get better and better on your bike, the harder the terrain, it's gonna make you better at the easier terrain. So if you ride some off-camber corners, getting back on a big banked corner, you're gonna find it so much easier and really be able to rail around that corner. Just remember to keep practicing this over and over. The more and more that you practice this now, you will not even have to think about it in the future. So just know, learning how to corner on your dirt bike is really gonna take some time. Don't expect to get really good at this really quick. It takes pros years to be able to master the technique of how to rip through these ruts and rip through these corners super fast. So just stay in your comfort zone and learn at your own pace. And just make sure that when you are going for a dirt bike ride, you practice good habits and have as much fun as possible. The more and more that you ride your dirt bike, the better and better you will become. Seat time is what I call this. Seat time is where you're spending time practicing on your dirt bike. Sometimes just riding for fun, but sometimes even doing drills that'll make you better at cornering and better at other areas of your riding. This way, when you get out on hard trails and technical terrain, you know exactly what to do when you're riding. So if this video helped you out, make sure you drop some comments down below and feel free to ask me any questions that you have about your riding. I'd love to help you out any way I can and help you get out on your dirt bike and ride that much better. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. I'm Dakota Freeman, and I will see you next time. Make sure you click right here and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future content. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Go ahead and click on it. I'll see you guys over there.